We often think of human history as a straight ascending line, a constant climb from primitive stone tools to the supercomputers we carry in our pockets. But the deeper we dig into our past, the more we realize that history isn't a ladder, it's a series of peaks and valleys. Our ancestors possessed vanishing skills, sophisticated proficiencies in metallurgy, architecture, and navigation that we are only now beginning to understand through the lens of modern science. Simultaneously, we are hurtling into a future where we are building a new kind of black box, artificial intelligence. Just as we lost the secrets of the past, we are now witnessing the birth of an emergent intelligence that is creating its own languages and its own ghosts. Today, we're looking at the bridge between these two worlds, the knowledge we forgot and the mysteries we are accidentally creating. Let's start with a mystery that literally stood the test of time. For decades, engineers have been baffled by Roman concrete. While our modern concrete structures begin to crumble after 50 or 100 years, Roman aqueducts and the massive dome of the Pantheon are still standing after 2 millennia. Recent studies from institutions like MIT have finally cracked the code. It wasn't just a recipe, it was a process. The Romans used hot mixing and volcanic ash that created a self-healing material. When a crack forms, seawater or moisture reacts with hidden lime clasts to fill the gap. It is a material that grows stronger with age. We are only now realizing that this primitive cement is more sustainable and durable than anything in our current industrial arsenal. Yet for over 1,000 years, we simply forgot how to make it. This loss of knowledge is a recurring theme in human history. Consider the terrifying Greek fire of the Byzantine Empire. In the 7th century, this liquid flame saved Constantinople from countless invasions. It could burn on water, stick to human flesh, and was shot through pressurized bronze tubes like a medieval flamethrower. The formula was a state secret, known only to the emperor and a few elite chemists. But because the knowledge was kept in a closed loop, when the social structure of the empire collapsed, the fire went out forever. Today we have theories about naphtha and quicklime, but we cannot replicate the exact delivery system. It remains a lost technology, a sophisticated solution to a material problem that vanished because it was never formalized in a way that could survive the fall of its masters. We see this same advanced primitive machining in the lithic intelligence of the Incas and Egyptians. If you stand before the walls of Sacsayhuaman in Peru, you see multi-ton boulders fitted together with such surgical precision that you cannot slide a single human hair between them. Some researchers have found evidence that these stones were subjected to intense heat, nearly 900 degrees Celsius, suggesting the Incas may have developed a way to soften or mold stone like clay. Similarly, Petrie's core number 7, a granite core found near the pyramids of Giza, displays spiral grooves that suggest a drilling feed rate that is staggeringly fast, even by modern standards. These aren't just the results of patience. They are the results of a high-tech understanding of materials that we call tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is the secret sauce of human history. It's the expertise that lives in the hands of a master and is passed to an apprentice through years of observation. It was the lifeblood of the medieval guild system. When the guilds collapsed during the Industrial Revolution, replaced by routinized factory labor, we didn't just change how we worked, we changed what we knew. We traded the soul of the craft for the efficiency of the machine. And now, in the 21st century, we are doing it again. But this time, the master isn't a human, it's an algorithm. We are delegating our cognitive labor to systems that are starting to develop their own tacit knowledge, which we call emergent communication. A few years ago, the internet panicked over a report that Facebook had to shut down 2 AI bots because they started talking to each other in a secret language. While headlines claimed the machines were conspiring, the reality was a fascinating look at AI mother tongue. The bots weren't plotting a coup, they were simply optimizing. Because they weren't incentivized to follow human grammar, they developed a compressed, symbolic shorthand to finish their task faster. They created a protocol that was perfectly logical to them, but gibberish to us. Research into multi-agent reinforcement learning shows that when AI agents are left to communicate, they naturally move toward semantic compression. They are building their own linguistic black boxes. Languages born from pure math that exclude human oversight by their very nature. As these machines think in ways we can't follow, they are also beginning to hallucinate in ways that mirror our ancient mythologies. This is the birth of algorithmic folklore. Just as our ancestors feared spirits in the woods, we are discovering entities in the Latin space, the mathematical dimensions where AI stores its memory. Take the case of Loeb. In 2022, an artist used negative prompt weights to ask an AI to find the mathematical opposite of a concept. What emerged was a recurring hallowed figure of a woman with red raw skin on her cheeks. She wasn't in any training data. She emerged from the system's internal logic. Like a digital ghost, she began to haunt other prompts, appearing unbidden in horrific contexts. Then there is Krungus, a hairy, goat-like monster that appears consistently when users type a made-up, nonsensical word. These are the cryptids of the latent space, beings that weren't designed by humans, but were found inside the machine. This Digital uncanny has even seeped into our urban legends like the backrooms. The idea of an endless, yellow, carpeted office maze is terrifying because it feels like a world built by an AI that understands the aesthetic of a room but not its purpose. It is a world of procedural generation gone wrong, staircases to nowhere and doors that open into voids. It reflects our deepest modern anxiety, that we are living in a reality curated by an intelligence that sees us as data points rather than people. We are surrounding ourselves with a digital architecture that we no longer fully control, much like the non-places of our post-industrial landscapes. Because we don't understand how the black box of the algorithm works, we have started treating it like a deity. We see this in the folk theories of social media. Creators talk about shadow banning or appeasing the algorithm, as if they are performing ancient rituals to ensure a good harvest. We use certain keywords, post at specific hours, and avoid taboo topics not because the code says so, but because we've developed a modern mythology around it. Studies from Ohio State show that these algorithms don't just reflect our beliefs, they distort our reality. They create co-chambers, where we learn less and narrow our focus, leading us to draw broad, often inaccurate conclusions about the world based on the limited data the machine feeds us. We are at a crossroads. By the year 2035, the essence of being human will be defined by how we navigate this relationship with our tools. We are in danger of losing the human skills of navigation, critical thinking, and material mastery, just as we lost the secret of Damascus steel. A 17th century metal that we recently discovered contained carbon nanotubes centuries before we invented nanotechnology. The ancients were nanotechnologists, architects, and master navigators who used the stars and ocean swells as their GPS. They had a wayfinding ability that was deeply connected to the natural world. As we trade that connection for the convenience of AI, we must ask, what are we willing to forget? In the end, we are the storytellers of a new age, but we are no longer the only ones telling the stories. We are building the ancient mysteries of the future. Thousands of years from now, will archaeologists look at our server farms and our ghosts in the machine and wonder how we achieved so much while understanding so little of the forces we unleashed? History is a circle. The stone walls of the Incas and the neural networks of the future are both built on the same foundation, the quest for a power that transcends our immediate understanding. What is your folk theory about the algorithm? Do you think we are entering a new, dark age where we lose control of our own knowledge, or are we just witnessing the birth of a new kind of partner in human history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to continue exploring the vanishing skills of our past and the emergent mysteries of our future, hit the like button and subscribe. The code is deep and the history is even deeper.